You can never get time back.
That's a great person.
You can't get it back.
Yeah.
What do you feel like business owners value the most? Do you feel like they value money more than having their time, or time than their money? Pricing can be the downfall of your business.
Yeah.
You're asking me to build your business. I'm building your business, but you're destroying mine just to keep yours thriving.
Yeah. So,
is that really good business? If you was to hire somebody to work for your company and employ you,
yes,
you know, to do this type of work, bookkeeping, all types of things, payroll, anything.
Yeah, advisory.
Would you pay this person $500 a week? Would you be paying that person $500 a week, or would it be more? We are live again.
We back again.
What episode is this? I know this is our third one, so this is probably about the 6th.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay.
If you want, yeah, we can say the 6th.
Yeah, time just flying by, you know.
Yeah, it's going by pretty fast.
So how was everything going so far?
Everything is going good. So it's been a little busy.
Yeah, you've been busy.
But it's cool, you know. Get to look at different businesses and work with them. So that's exciting.
So far,
it's going good. You know, you're working with different owners, different companies, you know, different mindsets.
Yeah, so I'm seeing people responding to like the business analysis. Like, you've been busy with them.
Yeah, we've been busy doing the financial assessments. Looking at their business, how they're performing. Because what I'm doing in the assessment is I have to put my mindset where they are currently at in their business. So I have to understand what's happening in order to be able to show them what needs to be fixed.
So is that something that's challenging? Like, to put your mindset, like you a CFO, and you do what you do now, you got to put your mindset into someone else's business.
Yeah. It can be. That's why you kind of got to make sure you gather all the information, because if you miss important details, you just done missed it. It's like, you know, you kind of dropped the ball. So it can be challenging because you have to mentally, like, I'm closing my eyes because mentally I have to close my eyes and put myself there so I can see what it is that they're doing. Now I can tell you what the problem is.
It's basically, I don't want to say, I was going to say private investigator.
I like that, but investigating, a business.
Yeah, because it's like,
how it's performing.
I'm not sure, like, when you speaking with them, like you said you had to gather all this information.
Yeah.
Do they feel like, oh, she asking too many questions? Like, how they be feeling? Like,
so, you know, you would think that, and I would think that, but no, they understand that I'm very thorough, so they don't mind giving me.
Oh, so they like it.
Yeah, so she was like, I understand. I'm just giving you one example. One time, she was like, I understand that, you know, you want to make sure you're getting all the details, so that when I do my area, it's very thorough, and that I can't give value if I don't understand you or your business. I need to understand your dynamics and the business dynamics. So now it can make sense to me why you are operating the way you're operating, why you move this way, why you're doing this in your business. If I can't get that from you, if I can't put myself there, you know, I can't really help you because I don't understand where you are.
So I
if
see
that makes sense.
No, it does, because I see, you on the phone with them, and it I guess it builds like a trust in a relationship. You breaking that barrier, that wall that could be there, because it's like, I don't know you to be telling you this, and then I guess they see that you really care and you concerned or whatever.
Well, I do.
Yeah.
And then on top of that too, the trust and everything, you know, it's already there before we dive into the assessment.
How?
Because, you know, we're already building that relationship, like whether I've networked with them before, or we've already maybe had lunch for a business meeting or something.
Yeah, I've been seeing you on the road.
So, seriously.
You might be a truck driver.
No.
A truck driver.
I'm not driving nobody's trucks.
Yeah, meet me here, meet me there.
No, for real. So most of the time it's already built. And if it's not, while we're going through the assessment, we are building that relationship, because I'm constantly talking to you so I can understand what's happening. My goal is to understand their business so that they can understand that I'm the person to be able to help them.
So I mean, cause I'm seeing it like you've been doing these assessments like back to back, and
Yeah.
it's like nonstop, and I'm seeing that you still have more to do.
Yeah.
So within it, even though it's like different industries,
Yeah.
things of that nature, what's the common denominator that you've been seeing? Like this is like the main thing that I'm seeing that they're all having, even though they're in a different industry.
Um, it's a few things. I don't want to say it this way, but
Give it to me.
so the way I say it is just it's unorganized. You know, is there's no system in place. So when you come into, like, for example, when you come to our business, we have a system. You know,
Yeah.
it's moving a certain type of way. We have a system. If somebody wants to talk with us or speak with us, there's a system for that.
Yeah.
If somebody needs to make a payment, there's a system. Like whatever we do, if you want to do advisory with us, we have a system. You know, we have the one clear path that we follow when it comes to our advisory. If you want to get your taxes done or tax planning, everything has a system. So with other businesses, because we get in there, you know, in the beginning and we're kind of winging it to figure it out, but we never have the time to actually go back within the business and fix the actual issues and the problems and make it better because we're too busy with our head down working. You know,
it was a couple things that you said, but the most important one that I want to ask you about, because you was like, hey, you so busy working in your business,
yeah,
you can't work on your business, and that's what's making you unorganized.
Yeah.
But the thing you were saying, time. So within these businesses, my thing is, what do you feel like that, like, majority overall, like when it comes to a business, we know, like from the previous podcast, you was like, the purpose of having a business is to make money.
Right.
You got a phone call right there. So people just hitting you up like, man, I seen you. You want to look down like,
I'm not looking down because I don't feel like I.
Yeah, but it's like, we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. But the thing is, it threw me off.
If you're a woman who invests in real estate, looking to get into real estate investing, or you're interested in joining the real estate industry at Women of GREA, Women of Greater Richmond Real Estate Investors Association, we provide a supportive community where you can make valuable connections and collaborations with like-minded women. Our social networking meetings are the perfect place to start. We meet on the second Wednesday of every other month from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. These sessions are all about building relationships and sharing ideas. For more in-depth learning and opportunities, join our main meetings on the fourth Thursday of every other month from 6:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. These meetings are designed to help you develop real networking skills and boost your confidence in the real estate field. Stay in the know by following us on social media at Women of Greater Richmond, REIA, on Facebook, and that's REIA, R-E-I-A. Women of GREA on Instagram. You'll get updates on all of our events, plus tips and inspirations from fellow members. You can also visit our website at womenofgrea.com for more information and to join our amazing community. See you there. What was it you said?
So the thing is, you was talking about time.
Yeah.
What do you feel like business owners, because we see the purpose of having a business is to make money. So, but what do you feel like they value the most? Do you feel like they value money more than having their time, or time than their money?
I feel like they value their time.
Most business owners that you've been speaking with, they value their time?
Yeah, most of them value their time. Now, of course, they value money, but that's because it's a necessity. Okay. You know, you have to have money. I mean, I don't care what you're doing. You need to have it in order to survive. So they value their time, though. That's what I've been seeing. Like, they want their time back.
Okay, so I'm about to put you on the hot seat.
Okay.
So every business owner that you came across, they value their time more than their money.
Mm-hmm.
So
more than getting more money.
Okay.
Is that what you're saying?
So so this is my thing. If a business owner values their time more than making more money, should they have a problem with pricing?
No, they shouldn't. Because with ultimately, and this is a mindset too, they should understand in order to get my time back, I need to pay someone or something in order to do that. How can I, if I want to take myself out of, let's say if I want to take myself out of, within my business, I'm running the register, I'm stocking, or whatever
Any type of industry.
Yeah, whatever industry. If I'm the one constantly doing all of the work within it, the customers, 300, 400 customers, they dealing with just me, and I want my time back. Well, I need to replace myself. I need to either hire an expert who can help me organize this and figure this thing out. Or I need to hire someone to take my place and do the work that I'm doing.
Like, have you ever came across anyone that, like, okay, I see the value that you can give me. Mm-hmm. You can give me my time back, mm-hmm. and I just don't value your price.
Right. Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't think they don't. So I can't say that they value me if they don't value my price. Because if they value me, they will value my price.
I see what you can do for me.
Yeah.
But when it comes to your price, and then you see that with a lot of industry, that's why a lot of people want to negotiate people down and things of that nature. It's like, okay, I see what you can do for me, but I want to try to talk you down on your price.
Yeah.
Even though it's like, okay, my price is not even nowhere near the value that I can give you. My price is what some, like, I can give you 10 times the value of what my price is.
Yeah.
But they still want to negotiate you down.
Right.
Does that person really value time over money?
No, technically they don't, because the money means more to them than their actual time. It's it's definitely a mindset.
Speak on it.
I'm just
like that somebody that's being tight-fisted, they see the problem, mm-hmm. they see the issue, but they want to negotiate you down, work you harder, take away your time, and pay you less so they can get their time and their money.
Yeah, it's I don't know.
And that's you. I see that in different industries.
It's in a lot of industries, all industries, for real. It's just that when I see that, it just lets me know, okay, you're not fit for me to be able to work with you.
Okay.
Because I know what I bring to the table, and I'm going to make sure that you and your business is, straight when it comes to the areas that we do. So they're just not a good fit. That's for any business. So for anybody who has a business, and someone wants to work with you, but they don't want to pay you your price, then they're not fit for you. They're not ready to actually work with you.
So, okay. So what would you tell a business owner that's in that situation where you understand this is fair market value. My price is my price. And that it's priced at this because it's the value that I'm giving you, the costly mistakes that is going to take away from you, the whole 9 yards. Should I, and I know I'm going to just let you speak on, should I take my price down?
No.
Why is that?
I say never negotiate your price. Now, I will say this as a disclaimer. You may have a client that you've had for maybe 5 years, right?
Okay.
And you're doing you have a price increase because of the economy, whatever. And they like, it's just too much. So that's a different scenario. Okay, well, I can meet you here.
We're
and that's it.
We're talking about somebody that never had a relationship.
No, I don't.
This some new customer.
I say no, don't negotiate.
Don't negotiate.
Don't negotiate your price, because now if they can negotiate with you, then it takes away the respect.
I agree, because, and the reason why I'm saying it is, like, if we starting off like this, it is no telling how we're gonna be in the beginning, the middle, or the end. You're just gonna keep doing these things, because I gave you the leeway starting off.
Yeah, you gotta stay firm. Your price is your price, and guess what? If that particular potential customer or whoever don't want your service, don't want to pay for it, then someone else will.
How many of y'all face that issue where you know that you could bring some type of value to a client that you done work with,
Yeah.
And then they're steady trying to talk you down, and it hurted you at the end. You still delivered for them, but somehow in the end, they still didn't even respected what you provided for them. You went above and beyond for them like that. We didn't all face that, where we went above and beyond for somebody, and knowing that we charging less than what it really supposed to be,
Right.
and they still don't respect you.
Yeah, it happens a lot. It happens all the time, but those are the ones that you just filter out, and you keep it moving.
So check this out. So I was just talking to somebody yesterday, and they was talking about how they did some work for one of their clients. They did some repairs for their home to so they could sell it.
Right.
So they did. They had to stop everything that they usually do, and I was asking like, okay, what is it that how much do you usually get paid? Outside of what you did for this person, it was like at low end $30 an hour, high end $50 an hour.
Right.
This is what I was, and this is how much I'll be making. And he stopped everything to help this person, so they could sell their real estate home, not their primary. It was a investment property. Fixed everything so it could be sold, and the person never paid them anything. Stayed there for 3 days doing work, doing repairs, painting.
Did he agree to not being paid?
He didn't even have proper pricing.
Okay, yeah.
He didn't even know. So the thing is, what would you tell somebody like that?
After the fact?
Yeah, like
I would tell them how to fix it. Yeah, it's a lesson. So, one, what are your prices? What are you going to be doing? What are you not going to be doing? Two, but when you go into a project like that, you need to receive a portion of the payment, and you got to have contracts in place first and foremost. Where's the contract at for what you're going to be doing? How much it costs, and then what are they going to pay you right now? Before you start, or when you get halfway done, they pay this amount. You got to have systems in place. I started the work. I am a fourth of the way finished, so if you want 1/4 of the payment, I'm halfway finished. I want half of the payment. I'm 3/4 finished. You got to have systems in place for
So I asked him, I was like, why did you do that? He was like, this is a previous client, that I be dealing with. And, I do the landscaping for him. Yeah. So it's like, but in this situation right here, they haven't been paid anything. And so it's like,
well, how long ago was it? And can you go back and collect payment possibly? Like, can you speak to them to say, okay, did he tell them? A question, did you tell them, hey, that it cost?
Yeah, he told them, hey, they negotiated when the house is sold.
Has it been sold?
The house hasn't been sold yet.
Well, he need to go get a contract as fast as he can, with the details in there, and have them to sign that off. So when the house is sold, he'll be able to collect payment. Being an entrepreneur is so hard. There's always a new problem that you need to solve within your business, and it's always rooted to how can I make more money so that I can grow my business. But trust me, I know it's hard because of the many hats that you wear within your business every single day. I've helped countless business owners to solve this very problem with what I call profit, cash flow, and revenue drivers. These 3 key drivers are major to make your business move. This is truly the cheat code to making more money within your business. And if you see this working for you, schedule a call with me today by clicking the link below, within the description, or the comments. See you there.
So this is my thing. What we see with a lot of business owners.
Yeah.
Because we have a relationship with somebody, it's like we allow things like that to happen.
Yeah, you do. But you'll learn from it. And once you learn, you start taking precautions and organize your business. You're not going to go to these big corporations. No. You're not going to go to Walmart and go in there and eat a bag of chips and walk out there and not pay for it.
I done seen people do it.
Yeah, but you're going to get it back.
But the thing is, like, you're not going to go to Walmart and negotiate a price. You know what I mean?
Or just walk out without paying.
Price. Somebody that's doing the right thing. You know what I mean? But you gotta move. You gotta when it comes to your business, you gotta keep it just like those other corporations.
I'm gonna say Lowe's because you saying you seen people do it in Walmart. We're gonna scratch Walmart. We're gonna use Lowe's for example. You're not gonna walk in Lowe's and get no equipment out of Lowe's and walk out of there without paying for it. These people have the little beeping things that go off. You're not gonna go to no clothing store for sure because before you can walk out there, the little thing is beeping. Like so, you see how these stores they have precautions. It's another word for precautions. They have systems in place so that they can prevent as much as they can of somebody stealing something or however you're letting someone take advantage of you on purpose. Like you just giving your business away for free.
It's basically by you doing that. If you keep doing that, how long will you stay in business?
Yeah, not long.
If you keep negotiating your price,
yeah,
knowing that okay, it costs me $1 to create this, I'm gonna charge $1.50. Even though I know I'm supposed to be charging $3 to $4,
right.
I'm gonna charge this person $1.50. You keep doing that, how long will you stay in business?
Yeah, because one, you didn't even make anything because you bought it for $1, you sold it for $1.50.
Yeah, because the dollar gotta go back. You know, this little Tony, and you know he in a situation.
Yeah.
Little Tony can just come back when he got the $3.
Exactly, because little Tony is gonna go somewhere else and pay for the product, whatever it costs.
Yeah, and it's not. Oh well, people will be like, man, you're harsh.
No, it's not. I ain't never heard nobody call me that, but
no, I'm saying that's what somebody will be like. You
it's not harsh. It's business. You got to stop mixing the business mindset with your personal mindset, because when you mix it with your personal and the business, when it comes to this, you will fail. Your business you need cash to run a business.
Yeah.
If you want to run a nonprofit, like someone told me, they told me before, go start a nonprofit.
What do you mean by that?
So if you want to give away things for free, you want to not charge for your services, you want to give stuff away for little to nothing because that's your friend, y'all cool, that's your cousin, that's your mama, go start a nonprofit.
And then it dawns on me, if you truly my friend,
yeah,
you truly love me, you'll pay my price.
Yes.
You'll hey, let me support Kim, because I seen where she came from.
Right.
And I see that she trying to do something, and it ain't like she trying to kill my pockets or whatever. Let me pay her to support her.
Right.
To keep her running.
Yeah.
But it's like, hey, Kim, let me get that for nothing.
Yeah, this is what I say. This is what we do. We practice what we're talking about.
We have to.
We don't. Anybody who's in business that we've known, that we've been close with or cool with, however, we're gonna pay their price and some more.
We pay the price if it's fair, if it makes sense. Because I'm not gonna pay Tyrone.
We go to a food business. We're gonna pay for the food, and then we may tip.
Respectfully, what your price is,
I'm saying we're gonna pay the actual. No, we're gonna pay the price, what it costs.
Yeah, whatever. Like
they'd be like, no, we're gonna give you 50% off. No, give me what it costs. I'm gonna pay. That's just me.
Yeah, to keep your business running.
I'm gonna pay whatever the cost. I'm not talking about that part. Somebody taking advantage. I'm talking about if your price is.
You're not gonna get me.
If your price is $50 for an order for me and my family. And then you say, no, I'm going to give it to you for $25. No, I'm going to pay $50 for it. I'm going to pay your actual price. That's just how I am.
So, all right, do you be seeing clients that's constantly like stuck in that type of situation?
What situation where they
just allow families to get over on,
especially when it comes to real estate. I'm sorry, I gotta single you out because that is the worst. Real estate.
I'm not sure what you're talking
when it comes to real estate, and you know how you in the family you gotta run you well, not even in the family, but you got rental property.
Okay.
Then you have your family staying there and they pay much of nothing in rent.
So how does that affect me as the business owner? Like, I have this property.
Yeah.
How does that affect me?
Okay.
By allowing them to, do that.
Yeah. So, when it comes to taxes, right? Well, we can't depreciate and write the property off.
Why is that?
Because you're not charging fair market value for the rent.
Mm.
So they're staying there. You're not charging fair market value for the rent. So we can't depreciate the property. We can't write off any repairs and maintenance or upgrades that you've done to the property because you're not charging fair market value for the rent.
So okay, by me showing love to someone, the government, the IRS, don't care.
They don't care.
So it's like, okay, I know that fair market value in this area is $1,200, for rent.
You should be close to that.
I'm charging, my cousin. I'm charging my cousin $200-300. Cause she in a situation. So it's like by me doing that, it hurts me in the long run.
And not only that.
Why is that though?
Okay.
Go ahead.
This is the thing. It's not.
Get my question.
Okay. No, I'm gonna answer it. I hope I don't forget it. But not only when it comes to taxes, where it hurts you to the fact. Okay, if you're charging $200-300 a month for rent for a rental property that you invested your money in, that you still have a mortgage. Your mortgage could be $600-800 a month.
So I'm negative.
Boom, you're negative. When repairs come up for the property, who's got to repair the property?
Me, I'm the owner.
Yeah, let's forget about the IRS. Let's forget about the government. Let's look at this with logic, like common sense. You got to repair whatever happens in the property.
Yeah.
Wear and tear, you got to fix it.
Right.
Anything that happens, if the roof needs to be fixed, there's no money set aside because you're charging $300 in rent, but you're paying $600-800 in a mortgage, right? Mm-hmm. You may be paying the utility bill too. You may be doing that as well. So someone is in the property and it's costing you more money. Now, had you had a tenant in the property that's paying you, let's say the going rate is $1,100. Mm-hmm. $1,100. Okay, that leave you if your mortgage is $600, that leaves you with $500 each month, and you can put some of the money, of course, detail it out where you put a portion away for repairs and maintenance, and then if you have your insurance, because don't forget you still got to pay insurance on the property, homeowners insurance, maybe renters insurance, whatever you still have
all the fees.
Yeah, you still have all these overhead basically with the property, and then you have your family member or whoever they're staying there for much of nothing. Now, if you want to do that, you can start a nonprofit to actually do that,
How does that help me though?
With a nonprofit?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying for your sake, for some people just mentally they want to do that. Well, start a nonprofit. Outside of that, if investment properties is your business, if this is your retirement plan, you have now put a dent in your retirement plan. It's going to take you longer.
It sounds like I'm going to lose the house.
Yeah, because you could, but right now, what I do know for a fact is you're putting more money into a house that you really didn't have to put as much money into had you had the right tenant in there or whoever is in there paying what they should be paying for the rent.
So, okay. We talked about real estate, different other businesses. What is it like some things that you like, the main things that you've been seeing that's been affecting them from making like profit within their business?
We talking about real estate?
Real estate. Let's spoke real estate. Because I know every industry got different issues.
Okay.
So let's say real estate. What is the main things that causes them from not making profit within their business?
All right, so we kind of spoke on that when we're talking about rent, right? When we're talking about the fair market value or however. So the biggest thing is, let's say you're a landlord, right? Mm-hmm. So you got buy and hold properties, units. However, you're not charging market. I want to say market value, but what is it? Is it market
whatever
value?
The market rate is?
Yeah, the market rate. That's the word. For your rent. So let's say rent done went up. I've seen where landlords rent has went up. Now it's around, let's just say an average of $1,300.
Somewhere around there.
Let's just say $1,300. Well, they're still charging $600. They haven't caught up with the times. There hasn't been no increases in years. People are still paying the exact same amount. So they haven't caught up. So that's one of the biggest things because that messes with your profit. Because remember now, you got expenses and everything that's coming out of there. When you need to repair the house, guess what? You don't get to go back and repair the house at $2,000 and and 15's cost.
Yeah.
It's now 2020.
And then somebody be like, man, I just want to show love. But the thing is, what it's doing is hurting the tenant and you in the long run, because whatever that price was back then is not now. So whatever a repair was back then at that price, you probably was able to do something. But now it's like, man, I'm not getting no profit, nothing.
The contractor fees done went up. Everything has went up.
And that's another thing, like what we was talking about negotiating. You probably might find somebody that you can negotiate with, that a contractor to come and do some work. But the thing is, like we was talking about time. He might do it for X amount of dollars and to look out, but the thing is,
he might skip some steps too.
Yeah, how long it's gonna take him to do that work?
Yeah, that too. The length of
that's
time
costing you.
Yeah, and what he may skip that you may have to go back. I've had so many conversations with businesses and then people in general where they'll try to get somebody to come in and do the job. They tell them, hey, this is the cost. This is what I got to do. They go somewhere else, and shop it. And then the next thing you know, the person that they shopped it with, and it sound better, I guess, or it's cheaper. They go with that. And then they got to turn back around and go back to the original person that they went to actually go fix what was messed up. I see that so many times. Like,
how did
it's crazy.
So how does that, in the long run, like how does that
what does it affect them?
Yeah.
One, you done lost money. So now let's say you pay somebody, $3,000 to do a job, something quick. All right, well, they messed up on it. Guess what? Now the person that quoted you already, you got to pay them to do that job and fix it. They got to redo the job and fix it. Well, it's probably going to cost a little more now than what they quoted you originally. They got to go back. Now they got to clean up. Just like with books or something. Somebody did your books and they had it wrong. Now you got to pay a specialist to go in. And guess what? They got to do your books, but first they got to clean it up. Then they got to do them. Like, you're paying more.
But I'm saying, a lot of people want things cheap and fast.
Yeah.
But they don't know that by something being cheap and fast, is it really going to be good?
Right.
And then the thing is, do you want it to be good and fast? And if you do, is a price that come with that.
Yeah.
If you want it to be good and fast, you have to pay that price.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If I see that a contractor that I'm dealing with, he say, hey, to get this work done, it's gonna be $5,000, and I get it done within let's say 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Then another person come up and say, oh, I can get it done for $1,000, but it's gonna take me a little over a month.
Yeah, no, I'm paying that $2,500 every day.
Yeah, so what I mean, I'm gonna pay the little bit more to get it done, because you got to look at it. By me lingering on looking for somebody cheaper, how much is it costing?
Yeah,
go ahead.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it was on your spirit.
No.
So what was it? Let it out.
I'm just gonna say, if we talking about properties, now it's gonna take you longer to sell a house.
Yeah,
if you're selling it,
you looking at that couple $1,000s when you losing tens of thousands,
right?
Because you trying to penny pinch.
Yes.
You shouldn't have got up and you should have counted your costs before you got
because exactly
that situation. Just like you were saying. Every real estate property is like its own individual business.
Yeah.
You got to count your costs before you get up in there.
Exactly. Why would you linger that on? Because today's rates is not tomorrow's rates. I mean, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
You don't know. The market is
you may be good today, maybe at a good rate, and then somebody saying it's going to take them
30 days, more than 30 days. You don't know what could happen in between. So I want to make sure it's efficient, it's going to get done, and it's fast.
Yeah, and it's done the right way. Yes.
And it's going to get done.
So, yeah.
It's going to get done so I can move on to the next thing.
And I'm not saying this because I'm not saying slow is always better than fast, but it's quality
depending
over
on what
quantity.
That situation is.
Yeah, it's quality over quantity. Quality, the quality of work. The detail, the thoroughness. I like someone, if I hire somebody, I like them to be detailed. I like thoroughness because it shows me that you care, because that's the qualities that I have. Detailed, thorough. I really want to know and see what's happening. And I like somebody to explain things to me because I don't know everything, and I certainly don't know what they're doing, because if I did, I'd do it.
So what if you come up to you? What have you ever faced a client where you showed them like, this is how I work,
Yeah.
and and then they be like, yeah, I love that, but I want you to do this. Like they want you to lower your standards and how you work. Have you ever faced anything like that?
Yeah, I haven't. I just don't do it. I just move right on.
So like
We're just not a good fit.
and so how do you just, hey, we don't see that this is a good fit? Like how does
No, I not
why
like
would they
that.
do something like that? Why would you think they do something like that?
Do
Like
what?
like, okay, I see that. Oh, I see what you do, but they want you to lower your standards. Like, why would they want you to do something like that?
Well, it's back to, when we said in the beginning, they don't value you.
Mm.
So what I do is, because I am if we're not a fit, it's gonna be mutual. That's how I look at it. I'm never gonna have to kind of like, it's just gonna be mutual, and then because you're gonna know where I stand at, and then you may not like what you hear, but it's all good. It's all love. It's just that you need someone else for that particular job,
How you
and
think
not
that
me.
relationship would turn out? That business relationship would turn out
Uh-huh.
by if you accepted someone like that, that wanted you to lower your standards in what you do, wanted you to not perform like how you
Mm-hmm.
know you can perform. How you think that would turn out for both sides of the,
I'm so I don't know. It depends, because people can change, and people change their mind all the time. It just depends on the dynamics. That's what I would say. It depends on the dynamics. But I mean, I don't know. It could turn out to be fine. Then it could turn out to be good. It depends, because sometimes you have clients that sound good when they talk to you. They sound awesome, like, oh yeah, this is gonna be great. And you start working like, this is horrible.
that's
You
how I
know,
look at it
it
from
just
my
depends.
perspective. If I know this is how I deliver, and then because you trying to penny pinch or whatever, like you see, okay, like if I go to a dealership, I know that they sell luxury cars,
Mm-hmm.
and but I'm trying to get a Toyota price. I shouldn't go to that dealership. You know
Exactly.
what I mean? I can't try to get a Toyota price for a Rolls Royce.
Yeah,
Just don't, when I can afford what they,
I'll go there.
I'll go there. But right now, this is all I can afford. Let me go to this person.
Yeah.
I can't go to that dealership because they already gonna bust you in the head. You know what I mean? That's how the dealerships is.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't go there and be like, oh, I'm gonna get a Toyota price for this Rolls Royce.
Right.
And then it just, but the thing is, like, business wise, you know that you are Rolls Royce, but they want you to act like a Toyota. You know what I mean? They want the Toyota price, and then they still expect a Rolls Royce.
Right.
And then when you give them the Toyota price
Mm-hmm.
and the quality, they point the finger at you.
Yeah, and see,
So
yeah,
that's why I look at, I can't accept, you know what I mean, your business or whatever, because I don't want that blame to be on me, and then it makes me look bad
yeah,
when when it's presented.
because they will blame you, depending on, they will, if
Yeah,
something
why
goes
would I
wrong.
blame myself? You know,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not gonna blame myself. It gonna make me look bad.
yeah. That's so true. So I mean, the mindset is everything. I mean, mentally, we invest a lot in what we do.
Yeah.
A whole lot. There was a time, I'm talking about, like, growing up, where it's like, man, I'm always the last to know everything.
Mm.
So now it's like, okay, well, because we've invested, in ourself, I want to say, mentally,
Spiritually.
spiritually, yes, all around. It's like it just comes easier now. Now it's like, okay, I understand. First you move a little slow to understanding things. Now it's like, oh, okay, we move fast.
So it goes back. You took the money to purchase back time.
Yeah.
You got knowledge, which is infinite, and you was able to get back time. Because I mean, right now we're podcasting, we chilling.
Yeah.
Even though you got people calling you and everything, and I'm not gonna hold you up because I understand that is business. You know, you're able to relax and network and You did a event for some real estate investors and everything. You wasn't like a chicken with your head cut off. You was able to just do what you do.
I mean, yeah.
Invest your money to get back your time.
Yes.
Not the opposite. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. I'm holding my money.
Stop being scared to put money in. Why do you have the business? You can't take the knowledge from 1993 to 2024. I mean, some of it, but not all of it. Things change. Look, everybody's using AI.
I just look at it like this.
Look at that. A daggone AI.
Yeah. But me, when it comes to like time and money, I'm going to pick time every time, because if I lose time, I can never get it back.
Right.
But if I lose money,
you can get
it back. I can get that back in tenfold.
Yeah.
You can never get time back.
That's a great perspective.
You can't get it back.
Yeah.
So we have to understand, the value of time. That's the most important thing. Why we started a business.
Yeah.
To get financial freedom. We need the money as a tool to be able to get our time back.
Right.
But you will see a lot of people, because they done been so caught up within the business, they don't even know what to do when they got the time. So
they don't value paying someone to get their time back. They don't have, there's no value. They don't understand that. Like, you got to start breaking down things like you're in kindergarten. Like, how you always say, well, per week, how much is that per week? How much do you pay your employee? Like, you got to start looking at things like a little baby.
Yeah, I done seen where, okay, you have this company, 7-figure company, and then they want to hire another company and say, hey, can you do some business for me? And then you be like, yeah, that's $2,000. $2,000. You want me? And then the thing is, what they asking for is, everything in the books. They asking you to do everything. And the very thing that they're asking you to do is to keep their business running, and how can they grow their business?
Right.
And then it's like $2,000 a month. And then it's like, okay, if you was to hire somebody to work for your company, an employee,
yes,
to do this type of work, bookkeeping, all types of things, payroll, anything.
Yeah, advisory.
Would you pay this person $500 a week? Would you be paying that person $500 a week, or would it be more?
Yeah.
It would be more.
Before we had our own business and I worked in corporate, because I worked for a property management, a big property management company.
Yeah.
Where we managed, properties, apartment complex, right, units. At a minimum, I mean, this is probably like
what 10, year was 12. This?
I don't even know. This is it's been quite a bit. It might have been about 9 years.
So 9 years ago,
I think they were paying what, $13-14 an hour.
So okay,
and that was part-time. This is what I remember. Yeah, weekly. I think.
So how much you was bringing in per week?
I think it was like $600 some a week.
So okay, as an employee, yes, you was at 9 years ago, you was bringing in at minimum $600 and some a week.
Yeah.
So that was 9 years ago. So somebody trying to take
and it was part-time.
Part-time.
Yeah, it was just part-time work I was doing.
But you as a business owner, I think your knowledge, your skill will be, higher than the employee.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Somebody come to a company, yeah, and saying, I want to pay this company less than what I pay an employee.
Right.
That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't make sense at all.
Do you really value your time over your money?
Right.
Mm-hmm. If you want to pay somebody that little, you probably would want to, I guess you go can hire a nonprofit.
That or hire a beginner. See, with a beginner, that's what you're going to have to do.
It's going to be flaws.
You're going to have to train them. And you're going to have to take your time and train them. And it's not a week or 2 weeks of training. You're going to be training them. They have to understand and know what it is to run a business. You're trying to get somebody that already know what to do, how to do it. I don't need you. You're not over my shoulder. I'm basically over your shoulder. You know what I'm saying? Helping you and guiding you. So why would you want to pay for anybody who has a business? Why would you allow somebody to pay you as if you're an intern or just starting out? And
you didn't took the time. You didn't paid your money, everything, to get to the level that you at. And then somebody gonna try to come and make you feel bad about your price.
Yeah.
But the thing is, let's say we in real estate or whatever or anything, they're not gonna negotiate their price with me. They gonna wanna want me to pay.
Yeah, they're gonna want you to pay. That's what any business.
I'd be like, so it's just like real estate. Okay, the fair market value for a home. Let's say it's 250. I come up to you and like, I want it for 50,000.
Yeah, they laugh you to pieces.
Let me do it for 20,000.
Yeah, they gonna laugh you down.
They gonna look at me crazy because they understand the fair market value for this house, and then they know that
and the equity and what it's worth.
Yeah, hey, let's put that to the side. Don't worry about the equity. That I want it. I know you charging 250. Let me get it for 20,000. No, man, that's 10%. That's 10%. No, I want that for that. So if you understand that for your real estate or whatever you in, you have to understand. I understand the fair market value of what my price is, and I know the equity that I can give you, meaning I can 10x your business.
Yeah, just
so
like
don't
the property.
come to me trying to negotiate my price.
What I was gonna say, because I'm thinking, please don't let me forget this.
Don't forget it, girl.
They're gonna so you get it for $20,000. You taking their wealth.
I took everything
because now if they go and refinance the property,
they have to work harder.
They could have got over 200 some thousand. I'm just saying they giving you over 200 some $1,000s worth of equity.
Yeah, I got 100.
Boom.
Yeah, and I didn't got that. Guess what? It didn't benefited me. It didn't benefit
and hurt them.
And it hurt them because now they got to find another deal. That's more time. It's costing more time. Whatever it is. Y'all know what it is when y'all doing real estate.
Yeah.
It's costing you more. You done already lost out huge on that because you done did that. Show you that you bad at business for even accepting that deal. Why you even in business accepting deals?
Or entertain it.
You know why? It just show you, man. Do you really even respect me? The reason you come to me like that,
right? Yeah, that's so true. So yeah, that is a no. I hope they're not.
How many people then did business like that? You probably a designer, you or anything like that. And then hey, this right here cost me $3,000 just to do the work and everything. That's in expenses, everything. I gotta travel to you and everything.
Right.
But somebody say I want it for $1,000.
Yeah, or you allow them to pay $1,000, and you out $2,000. Now you in a hole. And
in the hole. How long are you gonna stay in business? I think I will stay in business longer by saying no.
Yes.
To a bad deal than accepting a bad deal.
Oh, most definitely, because you accept a bad deal. That one bad deal could put you back into working somebody's job. You got to go back now. You got to go back and find a job
now. And then when you working that job, now you not motivated as you was. Anything.
Let me tell you, I can't. I mean, if I have to.
Not saying that a job is bad. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, if I have to work a job, I will do what I have to do. But mentally, it will be so hard. I'll probably be very upset working for someone else's company, knowing, especially when you know your potential, what you bring, what you can do, like building someone else's business when all you had to do was just put your I don't want to say
So it's basically like we was talking about. We're talking about businesses, doing businesses with other businesses.
Yeah.
You're asking me to build your business and not even trying to help me build mine. It's not a win-win. So I'm building your business, but you're destroying mine just to keep yours thriving.
Yeah. So,
is that really good business?
Yeah.
Just understand, okay, this is my value. I look at value over price. This is my value, that I can deliver to you for this price.
Yeah.
And if you don't see the value in my price, the value in what I can deliver at this price, just move on. Hey, no hard feelings, but don't negotiate me down.
Yeah.
You talk, now it depends on the situation or whatever. If I see that we're going to have a long-term relationship, right, then we can work something out or whatever. But if you, like we were saying, if you never done business with me and you already trying to talk me down, I don't think this is going to be a good relationship.
Yeah, possibly not. But stick to your price. Don't negotiate your prices with other businesses. Stick to Stick to your guns. If they don't want a service that's within your services or products, then take it out. But then the price is still the price. Like,
So
it's not going down.
do you help clients like with their pricing, like proper pricing and things of that nature?
Yeah, we help clients with their pricing.
How does that work? Like how?
What do you mean?
Like with pricing, like how would they?
How do they what? How do we help them fix their prices?
Yeah, like how they.
Well, it just depends, when we kind of look into the business to see what's wrong with the price.
Yeah, does that affects them?
That affects them a lot, because if they're not charging market value, they're losing money, because guess what? Whatever you're purchasing is probably costing you more than what you're selling it for. If not, it could cost you, let's say it cost you $70. Maybe you're selling it for $80. All you made was enough money to go buy the product again. The business can't survive. You're not paying yourself. You're missing some key elements there. So we do look at that. We look at price. We look at your entire business.
Pricing can be the downfall of your business.
Yeah, definitely. Because if you're below market value and you're wondering, man, I'm bringing in such little money, it's just not enough. I got to keep being stressed and work harder and harder to get more money.
Especially if I know, okay, I know it costs me $70 to do this and I'm charging $80.
Yeah.
And then when I'm looking at the competition, their product or service is nowhere near mine, but they're charging 5 times the amount.
Right. You're doing more work.
I'm doing more work, and then I'm seeing that I'm getting paid less.
Right.
And I'm seeing the competition over here, they hardly doing anything. It's nowhere near what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be mad, man. I'll be like, what in the world? Like,
yeah.
And then because I didn't want to put that money out there or whatever I'm doing, I'm eventually be out of business.
Yep.
And, I'm constantly losing.
Yeah. Price is one thing, but there's another thing, and we talk about this on the next video that we're releasing in the Profit Drivers.
What's that next video you putting out?
I don't remember the name.
You don't remember the name?
No.
It's okay, but it'll be up there.
Okay, to be up.
What is it about? What is that video?
So we're talking about the Profit Drivers. So for let's just use a retail business or even a food business,
I'm hungry now.
Oh, Lord.
I'm hungry now.
Okay, so they have their cost of goods. So this is within your profit drivers. Mm-hmm. A lot of times you're not tracking your inventory. So you could be a business that sells, you could just sell products. I mean, any products that you sell, you're not tracking your inventory. You don't know what your best sellers are. You don't know what you're selling out the fastest. The only way you're going to know these things is if you track inventory. When I used to work I worked at Wendy's. I worked at some restaurants. So when I used to work for Wendy's, every morning.
I got big. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my gosh, no. Every morning, this is when I was a teenager. Every morning when I go in there to work, the manager is in the freezer counting up all of the food, counting all the inventory, and then they come count all the sauces, drinks, whatever we have, taking account for everything. And then at the end of the day, when we close up, they going back and they counting again to see what's left after the day. That shows what sold the most. What did we what had to go in the trash, because food has to go. So it shows what happened during the day with the burgers, the fries, how many bags of fries was left. We may have started with maybe a box of fries that has 5 bags. Well, at the end of the day, there's no fries left. Right? So we know, okay, we got to re-up on fries, and we've been selling a lot of fries, this week. So, what's happening with that? It just shows a lot. It shows, okay, we need to order maybe 2 and 3. If we're selling out a box of fries, there's 5 bags in there in a day, we need to make sure instead of having to keep ordering, maybe we need to order, 3 or 4 boxes of that so we can last to the next week for the next truck.
Because it's like, okay, if I'm keeping count of inventory and I see, okay, let's say I have chicken, fries, and burgers.
Yeah.
And then I'm seeing that the chicken and fries is selling out.
And the burgers just sitting.
But I'm not keeping inventory, but I keep buying more and more burgers and not enough chicken and fries.
Right.
I'm killing my business.
Yeah, because now you're losing money. And the burgers has a expiration date on it.
but I'm freezing them. You know,
They have an expiration date. Make sure you look at that date, okay?
Terrible if you doing.
What's the food? I can't think of the when I used to work.
The food inspector.
Yeah, the food inspector come in there and Lord have mercy.
Don't lose it. Don't lose it. The food inspectors.
Yeah, the food inspector come in there, and man, when the food inspector come, ain't no smiling up in there. He going through everything. He looking at dates, checking food, checking temperatures, everything. So don't be that business. You need to track inventory. That's the biggest thing that I see in a lot of businesses that they do not do.
That's what you saying today?
Yeah.
They're not keeping inventory?
They're not keeping inventory. A lot of businesses. I mean, it's just so many businesses. There's small businesses. Like, you got to look at these, like a Wendy's, or when you go into any of these other, like maybe e-commerce stores or however, or Walmart, when you got to ring up your stuff on the scanner, it has a barcode because it's tracking it. It's going down. So they say, hey, we've sold shampoo. We've sold Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap. Right now, there's 5 in the store. But when somebody ring it up, okay, now it's 4 left. You know, somebody may buy 3 more. Okay, now it's 1 left. They know what's left. We know we need to order that, and it's selling out, so we need to order a little more of that.
Okay, so I done learned something, because now it makes sense why I'm not seeing a certain type of rice I like at the store, at Publix.
Oh, yeah.
They not keeping inventory. Y'all need to keep inventory, because I haven't seen it in probably almost 6 months.
No, they're keeping inventory, but the company is buying it.
Well, you should. Okay, if you saying that the companies is buying X amount or whatever, it's like, okay, I see that they buying this amount. I need to buy a little bit more,
right,
for the regular people.
Right.
It should not be gone for 6 months.
It shouldn't be. But I'm so embarrassed because I had to cough. Please forgive me.
I mean, you know, I don't know what to say. We're live. We are live.
I can't delete that. So.
Nah, we are live. So I don't know what to say about that. You know, but
okay, we were talking about your rice. But yeah, no, the rice is good. They just haven't had it. I think that I talked to someone, the restaurants or however is buying it in bulk. So as soon as it comes in, they're taking it. So they're probably not taking account for people that buys it, you know, by the pack. They just come in there buying it in bulk and taking it.
Yeah, so
it's crazy, and it went up.
I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't even know the price.
Yeah,
but I know, like, when it comes to like a mom or pop or anything like that, that really can hurt them. If I'm going to their place, you know, you might sell a good sandwich, and every time I come for that sandwich,
it's gone.
It's not there. Eventually, I will go somewhere else.
Yeah.
For that sandwich.
That is a big deal though, because that happens a lot. So that's why it's important to keep inventory. You know, keep in contact or constant communication with your clients, because that, when we talked about in our last video, that messes with your retention rate. If you can keep the same customer coming back, that's a great retention.
And word of mouth, because hey man, I done got this good sandwich. I mean, to be honest, because it is a certain restaurant, you know, that we done put a lot of people on, because they got some good grilled chicken.
When something is good, I'm gonna tell people,
go check them out.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then the thing is, but if it's never there, man, don't go there, man.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the thing.
That's true.
Like, so the aspects of a business failing and everything, like, all those things, inventory, pricing, retention, like
those things matter. The retention rate is in your
profit.
It can. The retention rate is in your revenue drivers. That affects your revenue. You know, how revenue is what you sell, so that the retention affects that. So if your retention rate is terrible, that means you got to keep doing new marketing techniques or keep marketing to that same customer to get
You
them back.
just end up, you got to keep working hard.
Yeah, you got to work harder instead of if you have good customer service. You're good, you do good by the people. I'm not saying if they doing wrong, then you just, let them do. No, you
and then
are.
another thing, when somebody could think they did good, like they'll think that they had good customer service because they lowered their price and it affected them.
Yeah.
I guess it depends on
It does depend.
You know what I mean? But I'm saying, and I'm speaking on somebody that I never did anything for. Like, we never did any business for. Like, does that really work? You know what I mean?
When you lower your price?
Yeah, knowing that I guess it depends on the situation.
Yeah, it do depends. And I hate to group people because I don't want to be grouped. You guys, it depends on what type of spirit you're dealing with. I'm just being honest. Like, yeah. It depends on what type of spirit you're dealing with, how their mindset is. Sometimes, a lot of times, people don't appreciate what
it's
you
just
do.
I look at it, if I do this, let's say
it's going to affect the restaurant.
Yeah, that's what I was about. If I'm in the restaurant industry, and then a customer come up, I see that this is a good customer. I can see that this is somebody this could potentially continually.
Right.
Oh man, hey, go a little discount.
Yeah.
Because I see that, they ordered a lot of stuff.
That's different. Like that.
Oh, let me show them a little love.
But that's different.
But somebody come up in there being nasty. Man, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, one, you're not gonna want that back. And two,
this is my price.
Yeah, the other one, that's your retention rate. So you got a customer to come back and purchase. Okay, and you gave them basically, if you want to look at like a reward for keep using you as their main source for business. Yeah, that's awesome. You're doing something right.
So all right, what's the 4 or 5
drivers within your profit?
Yeah.
Okay, so the 5 drivers within your profit, we have your cost of goods. Then we have your marketing expenses. Marketing, you spoke on marketing in our last podcast. Mm-hmm. So marketing is important within your profit because that's what's going to bring you more customers and different things that you.
What's cost of goods?
Your cost of goods, what we just discussed when we talking about your inventory.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so we talked about the cost of goods, and then we spoke about marketing. Now we have your payroll. Payroll. We did speak about payroll a bit, but payroll.
If they not doing that right.
Yeah, payroll. A lot of times it could be the highest thing within the business is your payroll. When it comes to, having employees.
For somebody that may not know what payroll is, what is payroll?
So payroll is when you have someone that you've hired that you're paying them a salary or wages for the work that they're doing within your business. So payroll is a big deal because you hire somebody to get your time back or because you don't know how to do that particular area in the business. So you need that. You need to be able to pay someone because if you're doing it, this is what I'm going to say. I don't want to get jumbled up, but for your payroll, you could do the job just as well as somebody you hire, right? Mm-hmm. But you want your time back. So in order to get your time, now you have to take something out of your pie and give to someone else so that you can be able to get your time back. You're still keeping a portion of the pie, but you're giving a piece of it away so that they can do whatever job that they're doing. And this is what I want to say. Although you're giving it away, your pie is still growing and it's getting bigger. Yeah. So every time
you're able to work on other aspects of the business.
Yeah, and that employee should be increasing your revenue.
They should. So so if let's say you're paying employee X amount of dollars, how should I know, like, okay, how do I know when to hire the employee? Can I afford them? Mm-hmm. And then also, how do I know if I'm paying them enough? Like, how do I know if they're, because you said
you got to look at it. Yeah, you got to look at it. So you got to look at that at your revenue. So compare it to your revenue.
Oh, okay.
That's something that we kind of deep dive into to kind of see. Okay. So it's nothing I can say, oh, you should be paying this percentage. No, we kind of got to look at your business.
I would say, like, okay, I know I'm paying them the fair wage, but what if they're not producing enough?
Yeah, okay, then there's a problem. Either you need to go back, you need to train them, you didn't train them good enough, or if they're not doing what you've already taught them, maybe you need to look to see if somebody else can do the job and perform it better.
Me paying, you could either be paying, so you can, when it come to payroll, because you say that could be like the highest expense, could you be paying somebody too much or too little?
Oh yeah, you can be paying someone too much money.
Have you ever seen that? Like,
yeah, I've seen it.
Somebody, I'm an employee, and have you ever seen somebody paying an employee too much? Like, they're like, hey, what you're paying them, they're not producing enough to even be paying them that much.
Right. I've seen it. I've seen a lot where they're paying too much to an employee.
And somebody might look like, man, you're crazy. Like,
no, you're paying too much because it starts to eat into your profit.
And it eventually destroys the business.
It will destroy the business because now, let's say you're making, $1 million, right? Because you're paying so much out extra in payroll, you're only profiting after, expenses. Your net profit is $50,000. But you may have paid out to all those employees you have, you may have paid out $50,000 too much, So it just depends on the dynamics. But each business is different. Every business is not the same. You can't compare your business to someone else that's in the exact same business. It's always best to benchmark against yourself.
So you said you gave out 3.
I did.
Yeah.
The drivers.
Yeah. So what's the other 2?
Okay, so I gave out your cost of goods, your marketing, your payroll. We have your overhead expenses or operating expenses.
And what's that?
So that is your rent, whatever you pay. If you pay rent for your office or your building, your insurance for your business, if you have telephone bill, office expenses, all those things are your overhead expenses. Those can be a bit much, especially if you're paying rent. Because rent can be quite expensive, especially this day and time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you want to look to see what is your overhead? How much of your revenue is going to your marketing expenses? How much is going to payroll expenses? And what's going to your overhead? So we look at that as a percentage of your revenue.
So you have the revenue, and then whatever expenses you have within that's showing what your profit is.
Whatever expenses within your because you have your revenue.
So the revenue creates the profit?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Your revenue, you have your revenue drivers. That remember when we discussed those create your revenue, right? Your leads, your retention rate, and then it was 3 other ones that we discussed. So those create your revenue. Then we have your profit drivers that control your profit. Now, all of the drivers, your revenue and your profit drivers, you're right. It contributes to your profit, basically. Okay. It all adds up to profit. So all 10 of these. So when you see our video when we talked about the 5 drivers of revenue, and then when you see the other 5 drivers of profit, both of them together create your profit drivers. They all control.
So a business owner, they have to understand those aspects. I see that they ringing again. Oh, so we see that it's ringing again. I see. So we just gonna I'm gonna ask you this last question, and
okay,
then, because I see that it's getting a little busy for you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna just ask you this: when is your next video coming out?
Our next video is coming out next week.
Next week?
Mm-hmm. Monday night.
So okay.
Right?
So it's about building businesses, right?
Yes. So we talking about the profit drivers within that video.
So I guess because I see that it's busy for you, so we'll just end it with that, and we'll see y'all soon, right?
Yeah, we'll see y'all soon. I wanted to say some other stuff. I forgot it, but yeah, we'll see y'all soon.
Yeah.